Ramp Procurement helps you capture every purchase request in one place, automatically involve the right stakeholders, and manage approvals and purchase orders through a single platform. To set up a procurement intake form as an admin, navigate to Manage Spend, then the Programs tab on the left side navigation panel. Before we begin building the form, please make sure your Procurement AI agent documents are ready. Ramp uses these documents to understand how your team reviews new purchases and renewals, helping automate research, policy checks, and summaries for approvers. These policies provide recommendations and context, but they do not make approval decisions. Click on Manage on the top right to access your procurement policies. You can also access it through the Policy tab on the left side navigation panel here. Here you can create or upload your own procurement policy from scratch or edit Ramp templates to fit your organization's needs. Once you finalize your policies, X out on the top right here and return to the Manage Spend tab and click on Programs again. Under the Manage dropdown on the top right, you may have noticed the Global Question Library and the Workflow Forms buttons. The Global Question Library stores reusable questions for future intake forms, and the Workflow Forms button down here is where you can create follow-up forms to collect the right information at the right stage of the procurement process. Now let's discuss the difference between a spend program and an intake form. In Ramp, a spend program is the container for your procurement workflow. It includes your intake form, approval rules, approvers, and program settings. Let's create a procurement intake form from scratch together by clicking on the Create Program button on the top right. From there, you're going to click on Start from Scratch. When you create a program for procurement, you choose one of two types, either purchase order or approvals only. For purchase orders, a purchase order document with a purchase order number will be generated, the vendor invoices against the purchase order number, and it is used for one-time purchases, physical goods, professional services, or any vendor relationship where a formal purchase order is expected. For approvals only, it goes through your approval workflow, but no purchase order document or purchase order number is generated and is used for recurring software subscriptions, internet budget approvals, or any scenario where a purchase order isn't part of the vendor relationship. It is also used for having vendor approval and onboarding for future use if they are not immediately connected to a purchase order. For this example, we're going to walk through a purchase order intake form. When an employee needs to make a purchase, they simply select the appropriate program and complete the intake form. Different programs can have different questions, approval workflows, and requirements. Start by giving your intake form a descriptive name, such as Software Purchase Request if it is for that. Then add a program description and configure your intake questions. From here, you can select who submits the requests, what is on the request form, where you can click on Edit Field Selection here to the right and customize your required or optional line item details and accounting fields. You can also click Add Field here or here to capture additional information and also marking them as required for intake if necessary. Then you could go ahead and click Done here on the bottom right. Some common questions that are typically asked on intake forms are the request name, is this a one-time or reoccurring spend, how much will you need, would you like to pay for this with a virtual card. You can add a message for approvers to review, which will give them more context, and then you would have to specify the vendor for this request. You are also welcome to add additional questions here in any format you need. Next, let's set up the approval workflow for this intake form using the Workflow Builder. Click Edit here. The builder opens up a full screen canvas with 2 nodes already in place. The trigger up here is an event that starts the workflow where it says when procurement requested. Ramp sets this up automatically based on the workflow type, and you cannot edit it. The outcome all the way on the bottom is the final step that approves the card for PO once all preceding steps are complete. If you scroll back up, you can use these plus signs between any 2 nodes to insert a step. Here you can select flow controls such as split paths, actions such as requiring approval by specific users, or even setting a custom form, selecting integrations, and even playbooks here. Going back to split paths up here, split paths create branching logic so your workflow adapts based on the details of a request and supports 2 execution types. Conditions here create conditional paths grouped with and/or logic, and the parallel paths here runs every matching branch in parallel. If you click back here, we highly recommend starting with adding your procurement policy agents first. Scroll all the way down, click on Agent Review here, and select each policy. Repeat this process until all relevant policy agents have been added. Now, as you can see, each workflow step can be selected and configured through the panel on the right-hand side here. If I click on the split paths one, you'll see another one pop up here. You can always edit these at any time. Click Test on the top right here. Then pull in your 3 most common purchase orders for this spend type. If this is your software purchase program, think Salesforce, Zoom, or your most recent SaaS renewal. You're going to run each one through here. You'll see exactly which path each request takes and which approval steps fire. If your workflow uses workflow blocks, they'll expand automatically so you can trace every branch. Here you could create a purchase order or selecting the existing ones you've uploaded to test with. Once you've done that, you could go ahead and click Done. The reason to test with real examples and not random ones is that your edge cases will show up here, not in live approvals. Catch a missing approver or a misfiring rule now, and you can fix it in 2 minutes as opposed to dealing with it much later. Once testing is complete, you could save on the top right here. New requests will follow the updated workflow, while requests already in progress will continue using the workflow version that was active when they were submitted. Ramp also maintains a complete version history so you can review changes over time here, access additional settings here as well. Now let's review some additional program settings. If we X out of here, scroll down past approvals, you'll see an option where it says what's on the change order form. Under what's on the change order form, you can configure questions for requests that modify an existing purchase order due to pricing, scope, or timeline changes. For example, you might ask, why are you making this change? This will provide approvers with additional context. You can also select the approval workflow for change orders and enable renewable tracking and reminders to help teams stay ahead of upcoming renewals to avoid surprises. Under Advanced here, you can add custom purchase order prefixes, set up 2- or 3-way invoice matching here, and decide on purchase order virtual cards here. As a final step, click Show Preview on the top right corner to review the employee experience and make any final adjustments. When you're ready, you can click Publish to make the program available for employees, or you can save it as a draft and continue editing it later. After publishing, you'll land on the program's detail page. From here, click on the 3 dots on the top right to edit the program, edit the approval workflow, export questions, or even delete the program. You can also review program details by selecting the Program Details button on the top right. This page will also always be accessible through the Programs tab by selecting this appropriate program. By investing time upfront to design the right intake forms, approval paths, and policy checks, you're creating a procurement process that works consistently at scale, helping employees get what they need faster, reducing back and forth for approvers, and giving finance teams greater confidence that every purchase is reviewed, documented, and aligned with company policies. Next, let's see how employees interact with these programs to submit requests and move purchases through the procurement process.